letting my nuts hang unshaven. It's the Going Off podcast with RC and Muse. Muse, how you doing?
A little saggy, I'm not gonna lie.
Short, shriveled, and a little to the left.
You know, no one's perfect, RC. But no, I'm pretty good. I'm getting over something. I don't know what it is, but that's why we didn't record last week, because I was a little under the weather. I might sound a little stuffy this week also. I'm going to apologize in advance if I don't sound amazing, but there's no way we were going to go 3 weeks without a show.
Well, speaking of stuffed, we got one stuffed-ass podcast this week with 3, let me get my belt, spanking brand new goddamn albums for us to review.
Because last week, before I realized, wow, I sound really shitty, we can't do a show this week, I already reviewed one album that we talked about doing, because I don't want to throw this away, and because we haven't done a show in 2 weeks, let's give the fine off-goers a stacked show. Yep. They are all 3 new rap albums.
That's
yeah.
Right. None of this, let's talk about some 70s stuff from some obscure motherfucker who's doing like super early shoegaze or whatever experimental stuff. Yeah, I was listening to. While it is fun. But you know what I'm saying? I want to get on this hip hop shit. Let's fucking talk about it. Let's talk that shit. You know, like that has a space too, but I'm like, God damn, let's go.
It feels like it's been forever.
Right? Reviewing these, Linkin Park records, like, well, there's kind of some rap, and I'm like, nah, rap, let's go.
Not rap enough.
Never a dull sucking, and we got 3 gonads for you today. Never
unshaven gonads. That's where we should have went. The gonads are right there. Anyway,
I want to start with T Grizzley if we can.
T Grizzley, I think that makes sense.
Feels appropriate.
We're stepping into the Golden Corral. You don't know where to go. You know, everything looks so good. Where do you go?
First thing to the left. You know.
It's like, I know the mashed potatoes look pretty good. The meatloaf looks okay. How about that one super shiny sparkly thing over there that looks like a weird face, but it's not a face? Oh, what is this apparently? The album cover for Half Tea, Half Beast depicts a photograph of T Grizzley's $300,000 pendant from Icebox with over 200 carats of diamonds. Exemplifying the album's name, the pendant merges half of T's face with half of a grizzly bear face.
Oh.
Does it?
I didn't get that.
Does it?
I was just trying to figure out what the face looked like. I was so confused.
Like, I know T at one point says, hey, my chain's too heavy. I'm gonna return it. If I dropped $300,000 on a pendant and it looked like that...
Oh, man.
T.
It's so... I'm looking at it now, and it looks even weirder. Like, it's not split down the middle, it looks like it was, like, weirdly bisected on, like a Phantom of the Opera mask style, you know?
I was gonna say, now that you know what it was supposed to look like, it still doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
Even knowing what it's supposed to look like, it doesn't help.
Because I can kind of see, like, the dreads cut off a little over the halfway, and there's, like, an ear there. Like, I could finally see that now.
You see the bear ear. That's
this whole time, I had no idea what the hell was going on. I was like, why is it screaming like that?
It reminds me of that album cover you talked about where the person has like a lion face superimposed.
Was that the Cabandana? Oh my god, yeah, we're doing it again, guys.
Sorry, folks. We didn't want to bring that mental image back.
Yeah, we're going off on album covers as well this week, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's the only one I have an issue with, but I had to make note of that. So, you suggested Old T.
Yeah.
I was not sure who that was, because I've not really listened to T Grizzley before, but I wasn't going to fight you on it. Was this supposed to exemplify, like, oh, this is the 2 sides of me? Or is it just a reference to the chain? I think it's just a reference to the chain. Half of this album is me, just kind of talk about my, talk about my shit, whatever. But the other half is fucking beast mode, Like, this is fucking good meets evil, the fucking heaven and hell, whatever that fucking...
Duo Liddy,
Duality, fucking Jakai the Motor Mouth. Oh, it's heaven
God
and hell.
God versus Satan, yeah.
God versus Satan, fucking South Park shit.
It's fucking Nelly's sweat/suit.
It's T.I. versus T.I.P.
You can see the bisected personalities.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, get to know them.
So I guess I did get to know T, because this is my introduction to the man. I've never heard anything of his before. What were your takeaways to this album? What did you think?
I am not going to lie. I'm just going to come out the gate by saying I was a little disappointed. Like, I was like, oh, man. Like, because I had heard, like, one or two joints from it was the robbery. Okay, so I'm annoyed at this fact. There is a robbery part 1 and 2, and all we get on this is robbery 3, and I'm like, why would you do that? And you can't even find the first one online, so what we get here is the third part of the story that I just happened to see because I looked it up on YouTube. I was like, oh, robbery part 3 it was dropping tonight or something like that. And then it was like, whoa, where's part 1 and 2? And I had to like go out of my way to find part 1 and 2. Like part 1 had come out like 2 years ago, and part 2 was like unlisted or something. It was like, what are they doing? Why would you not want to promote these things at the same time? And the fact that they're so far away from each other is like, what is going on here? Like, it's a whole story that they just split up for no reason.
This is a mixtape. It's not an official.
Oh, sure. They're trying to get on their what was the name of that one group? EPMD, you know, and they'd have like, oh, Ginny part 1, Ginny part 2, like.
If you're a real fan and you've been following all the EPs, all the mixtapes, then you know the whole story. I'll just go ahead and say, even without the rest of the story, Robbery Part 3 was the moment on this album where I started to give a shit. Because the weakest part of the album up to that point, and people who have been following me for over a decade now might know what I'm about to say. JR.
Oh my lord. I was almost about to start the episode going Gio. It's the Going On podcast. Because I couldn't believe it. My mouth was agape when I heard 3 songs in a row that started with J. I was like, are you kidding me? Is this a fucking, what's his name? Rip-off Trey Songz. Great Value.
Jason Derulo.
Yes.
Oh, man, I would 100% say Trey Songz is a discount Jason Derulo, but, you know, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
If you wanted to make a song that's like a pastiche, that is like, hey, this kind of sounds like 2010, doesn't it? Then you give a phone call to J.R. Rodham or Rodham, and you have him, you know, make you a beat. The first 3 songs in a row sound so fucking dated, and the beat is the worst part of each song. It's like, I seriously, leave it to JR to produce such a dated ass beat. Then the second part. What fucking year is this? JR with another dated beat. Then on Loyalty. I'm gonna sound like a broken record if I keep writing the same critiques for every song. But here we go.
Yeah.
But even without that, first track, half T, half Beast, your introduction, solid flow, but kind of forgettable bars.
Right.
Then, you know, I dig his flow on By Myself also. And it's a little catchier than the first song. Still very forgettable.
Yeah.
But then by the time we get to Robbery Part 3 and he's telling a fucking story, I was like, my first note for that was, okay, goddamn, like, where the fuck were you up to this point? That's where he starts really fucking coming with a solid story with loaded fucking verses.
Right, so it's like, okay, so you are capable of doing, like, some shit that keeps your attention, so what the fuck, like, yeah.
Songs I actually ended up giving high ratings besides that were Whoop featuring Baby Grizzley.
Oh my god, Baby Grizzley, fucking standout. Goddamn.
Oh my god, he stole the fucking show.
Goddamn, what's his name? Vincent, what's his name at the end of that Brockhampton album?
I knew you were going to say that.
There's got to be a word for this.
There's a reason they left him for the end of the albums. Because if you fucking steal the show that early, the whole time we're going to be asking, where the fuck's Baby?
When Baby's not around, everyone's asking, where's Baby?
When are they going to get to the fireworks factory? No hook? I really like that one.
Ironically, has a hook, but okay.
How about that? But the standouts have got to be Built For It.
Oh my goodness.
Hustlin'. And G7.
Wait, which one was G7?
G7 was the second to last cut.
Oh yeah, but one of the best ones, yeah.
Fucking hands down. Besides that, though, man, everything else is kind of middle of the road. Worst rating I got here was for Oh Yeah.
Oh yeah, I liked Oh Yeah. I liked it in that...
I just thought it was so boring.
I liked it in that this is just the hit song, chill ass, acoustic, going for the rap star feel. But like, it fit for me. It was like, not everything needs to be like the big hit. Something can be like, oh, this is just going to be the low key hit, and it's like nice and simple. Like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Like the flow had me. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It got me with that hook. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. As much as I hated JR, let me say his name right, JR on the production on everything else. Not gonna lie, they got me with the Axel F, man, with the bust it all down. I was like, God damn it, you got me with the cheap one.
When it fucking hit the synths in the background on the chorus, I was like,
It's like,
okay.
God damn you.
You got me there for sure.
And I also liked Your Grave. I thought that one was...
that was another low rating for me.
See, and I understand why you feel that way, but it's like when these other songs, honestly, they were like, there was a lot of rapping going on, but it didn't really like give what it was supposed to give in terms of like really putting me in that space. But when he just chilled out and just like kind of just like just was on a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like the mood hit for me a lot harder in that way. Like I feel like, what's his name? Who's the other dude? Rod Wave, on my tombstone when they bury me, when it's like the real open wide chill stuff. I think that's where he excels, honestly, on a lot of these tracks. So it's like, honestly, for me, I was like, if he would have just done really intense like actual storytelling tracks and then just like a couple of like chill out, just like chill ass joints, like I think this would have been a smash. But unfortunately, there's one too many songs where it's just going for, this one's just a generic, like kind of hardcore going thing where like a lot of these hooks just felt so like I kept writing about the hooks like I'm just not remembering this hook even as it's happening. Like
if his delivery matched what he was talking about, which was my problem with Your Grave, like I liked what he was saying.
Yeah, like you're the only one that's going to your grave. Like, oh, okay, that's a pretty good sentiment, right? Like,
it's just the delivery was just kind of had me wanting. Drop a Bag, I thought was catchy, and if it wasn't so explicit, could be a radio hit. How about Lakea on Miltroit?
Miltroit, yeah. I thought she was the highlight of the, first,
really?
6 tracks. Yeah, honestly. And I think it's
I was
partially,
lukewarm on Lakea.
It wasn't like a knock out of the park, but it was like okay, you're actually hitting some, like when she says if you got tension, throw that shit. I ain't talking about no makeup. We got mats up in the Sprinter. Heard them folks you with on paperwork. That's facts up in the Sprinter. I thought that was pretty dope, and I call my niggas nerd. We keep texts around this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I be putting that shit on. I get dressed around this bitch. I was like, okay, I gotta give you that one. You know what I mean? It felt consistent enough where it felt like I was kind of lacking when it came to your boy for this album. In that way where it's it felt like he's detailing stuff, but not in a way that's intricate. But there's also not really any punchlines that hit really hard. So it's just kind of middling for a lot of it. That felt really disappointing.
What overall rating did you walk away with this?
I gave it the 3 out of 5. I gotta hit that Busta Groove 2 soundboard noise. Oh no! Because I heard this album and I was like, man, I thought this was gonna at least give me a song 2, and then I was like, oh no, please no, not a whack joint after whack joint. No, don't do this. I want to shout out hip hop. I want to, you know what I mean? But I can't act like I'm not, not getting anything from this.
I got a 3.5. Not much better. I think I just liked a couple of those songs a bit more.
Generous Muse is in the building.
Now where do we go from here? We got Pusha T and we got Vince Staples.
I'm feeling Vince Staples next. I think Pusha T's gotta be the main attraction.
My cursor was hovering over Vince Staples. I knew. So I feel like we've been on Vince a couple times.
Have we? I know we did Vic Mensa, and I always confuse them.
That ended up being what happened.
Yeah, 2-syllable last name.
We had to have reviewed Vince Staples' self-titled album, right? No. Did we review Big Fish Theory? No.
What? We have done one?
Okay. What did we review of his? Oh, his, debut, because it was a request? Oh. That's it. Even without that knowledge or expectation, I went in with high expectations on this one. And I'm going to go ahead and say it, man. I really, really dug this. Okay, you know what? Actually, hold on. I misspoke.
Literally how you are evaluating this right now is how I kind of felt like, I dug a lot of this, but then it was like, but there was one too many, just that kind of pulled it back. Damn.
Just about every song was dope. There are exceptions, we'll get to them. Mm-hmm. But I did end up getting bored towards the end.
Yeah, it Vince Staples is all about being regular. You're regular, everything regular. And so I can't help but feel like that kind of I feel like that's part of him being real to himself, but it's but I can't help but kind of feel give me a little pop, you know what I'm saying? On some of these joints, but if that's his mood, that's his mode. Like I said, I wasn't completely taken out of all of it, but there were definitely some lull moments that I can't act like weren't kind of there,
What were your favorite cuts?
I thought A was a fun hook. I love the hooks on this album are the exact opposite of the last album. They are all hits, I think, for me. It really just comes down to on whether or not I like the verses. Because the hooks hit most of the time, the beats hit a lot of the time. Oh shit! Just the if I had one wish, I'd be the whole man. I love it. That hits so hard.
I think with the intro on the beach, which also I thought was a really solid cut.
Oh yeah, the short little rapped intro.
Hey, Free the Homies. Damn, man. You don't get much better than that 1-2 punch.
No, that was solid. That was definitely solid. DJ Quick, I was okay on. Again, the hook was fire. Yeah. But
sick beat.
Yeah. Magic, I think, needs to be a fucking hit as single. It needs to be a number one on the charts fucking yesterday. Jesus Christ. See, when you come, never nothing, this is magic. Baby, why you leaving on me, baby? This is magic. What do you say? Oh yeah, he says, money in the matches, love the way I stack it, I can make it rain blue hundreds, can you catch it? If somebody come through bluffing, I'ma blast them and tell the police I don't know what happened. That was magic, I don't know, voila.
The fucking mood on this album, I think, was enough to carry me through some of the weaker moments.
I feel that, yeah.
Just the fucking optimism on Magic. Hands full, so I can't hold grudges. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right? Oh my gosh.
I like that there was some guy talking at the end of the album.
Oh, that was DJ Mustard. Yeah.
DJ Mustard?
Oh
okay.
I actually like DJ Mustard right now. Look at that. Because I like how
DJ
really...
Mustard, super catchy beat on this one. Loved it.
And chill out with when the trumpets come in. I was like, ooh, you had texture, you had a little flavor. And then just the whole speech at the end where he's like, when you come from nothing and you make it into something, I call that luck. But when you come from where we come from, I call that magic. I was like, I love that. You know what I mean?
I like at the end where he goes, let me know what's magic to you. Yeah. And I just pictured it like it was a YouTube video. Leave your response in the comments.
Be sure to like
what's
and subscribe.
Magic to you? Hit that bell as well.
Yeah, he's getting off Section 8 welfare. No, it's Rolls Royces, private jets. That's magic. Let me know what's magic to you. Damn.
I loved that. I fucking loved Magic. And when sparks fly.
Okay, and I will say, the endings of a lot of these songs, put the bow on these tracks in a way that makes me go
really do.
Dang, even if I didn't kind of like the verses, that just illustrated the point so much clearer that I can't oh shit, you really brought it home.
Yeah.
There's multiple times where the song will be oh, I'm getting what you're going for, but I don't really feel like the lyrics really hit the point. And then a sample will come in and it'll be holy shit, that just put the button on it that really made that point hit. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
Because then we got to get the tracks well, there's the nameless skit that comes before with this kid who's talking about, oh man, where he's yeah, dude, I think it's wrong, but but, you know, it's called survival. You know, you have to eat, you have to pay bills. So, you know, when you get used to pulling the trigger, it's not, oh, I want to pick up a gun, you know, it's just not hard after a while. And it's just like, it's like kind of semi-gut-wrenching to hear this person just be like, you know, gotta kill people in order to survive, you know, that's what you gotta do. It's just like, that's what I like about Vince here, like, just presenting this cold reality. It's not glorifying it, you know what I'm saying? It's just,
no.
It's not even really, like, it's not even really sensationalizing it, honestly. You know, it's just kind of like, yep, this is what it is, and I'm not even really trying to make a grand point about it. I'm just trying to let you know that this is what's regular, you know, like.
Yeah, I think again the fucking skit into that fucking made it, and the vocal sample at the end was the fucking bow on the box too. 100%.
Yeah, the woman who's like being interviewed, I think she's a Latina, and she's like, oh yeah, you know, I had to do this stuff for this guy, and, you know, I thought that he loved me, so I thought that's what I had to do, you know what I'm saying? And, like, and just relating it to the fact that the song is about, like, a gun, right? It's about him from the perspective of the gun, like, I gave you power, but not in that, like, not in the Nas way of, like, I gave you power, what the fuck? It's in that way of, like, hey, man, why don't you want to use me? What? Aren't we cool? What's going on? Like, I'm losing faith because you keep stalling. Did we leave a trail? Did we make mistakes? Can't drop on your bail. Can't check on your case. Know that you won't tell. That's why I'm afraid you'll probably never get to see the light of day. I'm ashamed to say I think I hate you now. We should have took him on a chase because I can't save you now. At least give me a chance to try to lay him down. Is you tripping? You forgot that we made these vows? Like, it's like sort of like the gun feeling forlorn.
Yeah. Oh, God, the emotion.
Yeah.
The emotion on that one was so fucking strong, dude.
Jeez. So that's definitely a banger on that one.
How'd you feel about Lemonade?
Oh, come on now, lemonade. Hey, what's that fucking hook, yo? Feeling like ice cold lemonade. Know where to go, me in the shade. Know where to go, me in the gauge. Sometimes life feels bittersweet.
No, I fucking loved Lemonade. That's why I had to ask.
Yeah.
That was my next fucking 5, man. Lemonade strong as hell.
Ty Dolla $ign could have been pulled back a little bit when it came to the verses. Like, I didn't need to hear his interjections that didn't, like, add anything.
That's how I feel about him all the time, so.
I feel like
you can keep him off songs altogether, in my opinion.
But he does that all the time. Like, he did that on that Lupe Fiasco song where he, like, interjects in a line. He did it on someone else's song. I think, like, some Taylor Gang Wiz Khalifa song where he just feels like he needs to interject. It's like, dude, stop. No one wants you. Dude. Handle the hook. Stop. Quit getting in our business. Breezy. Quick joint too, but like just that solid ass fucking hook, man. And then the verse. Oh my God, that's definitely one you need to check out yesterday. Like for real. Paper Cuts. I love the sample.
Yeah.
But the verses didn't feel as inspired, right? Like.
Yeah, I liked the beat and the sample and the chorus. I've got nothing written about the verses.
Yeah, didn't he start one of the verses where he's like, we don't want to hear that bullshit, Sharif. Ain't no love, ain't no peace when you broke in these streets. And I'm like, well, who's Sharif? You didn't establish.
Yeah, what's happening?
Player Ways was okay.
Yeah, I liked that one.
Again, the outro kind of like, again, makes it like the outro clip that they use, like makes it hit harder. Oh, I think that's the one, yeah, with the sample where it's like, hey, when I was in 6th grade, I was hanging out with these gangster guys, and, you know, I had to do this, and I thought I was in love with them, so, you know, I did it, you know, that's what I'm like, oh no, I hope you're in a better place, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have written down. The lyrics are kind of meh, but the flow is fire, and it all sounds great, that I'm willing to overlook it. Especially got that wonky, trippy beat.
Yeah.
There's a few moments on this album that just kind of sound hazy. Like,
like it definitely has a mood to it, yeah.
Yeah, there was a fucking song early on. Which one was it? When Sparks Fly. It just kind of had this sample just kind of floating in the beat.
That was so cool.
Yeah, I loved that.
East Point Prayer, I thought it was okay. I thought it kind of lost momentum into, especially getting into verse 3, I remember feeling like.
I liked how it kind of sounded like 100 Gex at the beginning.
God damn it. I liked Slide. Mainly, I realized, because the verses were kind of short on this one, but they kind of did their thing with the verses for Slide. But like, but it was one of those things where like, you know, I can still appreciate something simple. You know what I mean? It sounds like there's just like a whole bunch of people just out of nowhere just start going slide. It sounds like someone just like opened up the door to the studio and was like, hey guys, come and sing the chorus. Slide. Like, because it feels so organic. You know, the energy. You know what I mean?
Hit his lungs if he run. Hit his back if he crawl. Hit his hat. It's like, whoa, holy shit.
And oh my God. So I wrote down, is like, I love just how matter of fact he makes the darkness of the reality. Out here living raps. Yeah. Like, it's not glorifying it at all. It's just like, I guess, yep, this is the reality of what rap is. Yep, this is what these songs are all about, and this sucks. Like, you know.
And at the end where it almost sounded like gunshots, but then it's like, oh, it's like fireworks.
Yeah, it was like fireworks, and it sounded like people on the beach or something like that, because you could hear like people like going like, ooh, ah, and like cheering outdoors. I was like, oh shit, like they brought it back, like, yeah.
I like that. I like Mama's Boy. I'm a mama on the chorus.
Again, these hooks are hitting.
Yeah. The fucking chorus on All My Mama fucking made it. And of course, it fucking had to start out with the, this is from my mama, the mamas, and the mama's mamas, and the baby's mama's mamas. Like, oh, you had to. You had to do it.
But, like, again, the verses just felt like ever so vague, like, illustrative of the surroundings, you know what I mean? But again, the samples and the ending sample, like, oh, it just adds the clarity where you just hear this woman say, like, I'd like to think that had I not had to work 2 or 3 jobs, I could have spent a little more time with my son, and maybe he couldn't have been a monster. And then you just hear in the background, like, dead homies, and it's just like, oh, fuck.
Oh. God, oh, the dead homies throughout this album. Fuck me.
On a dead homies.
No matter how much of a good time you're having.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking dead homies. Always like,
it's the motif that keeps bringing you back, like, yeah.
Keeps you grounded.
Right.
Like, oh, yeah, fuck. And then it kind of just keeps going.
Yeah, what'd you think of Bang That?
I thought it was kind of a fairly basic DJ Mustard beat. Not as good as the earlier one, for sure. That's all I had written down for that. I remember thinking it was catchy, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I remember writing down the solid hook, but yeah.
And I thought the Spirit of Monster Cody interlude.
Oh my God, that was the best thing. Yeah.
Rose Street was like, oh man, this song is gonna be fucking fire, and it hyped it up too much because Rose Street did not follow it.
It felt so weird.
Oh. It fucking did the fucking Price is Right yodeler. He was going up, fell off the side. I was like, oh no. But yeah. I did like that one line though. She'd be lying to my face, so I hit it from the back.
Oh no.
I was like, oh no.
Oh, babe, you hound.
You dog.
But yeah, Spirit of Monster Cody, it like the skit was just so like arresting that I was like, who is this person? And I thought he sounded like he was related to Tupac Shakur, so I looked it up. And the guy's name, well, originally was Cody Scott, but then he changed it to Sania Shakur, but he's not related to Tupac Shakur. He just happened to be a gangster, a mobster who like, was out there in the streets in like, the 80s, early 90s, and like kind of turned his life around to try to, make better of himself when he was like, in the system, kind of like having that moment where like, oh wow, this institutionalization, realizing what the fuck is going on. So like, yeah, he published a whole bunch of books. One of them called Struggle Forward, I think it was like, the last one was like the Struggle Forward, African Revolutionary, writing on nation, class, and patriarchy. I was like, holy shit, like this already sounds like some shit, So I'm like, yeah, and I wanted to look up and see. I think he like just died recently. Last year he was found deceased in a homeless tent in California, and they say that it's not of a foul play. It like might have just been natural causes. Like he just might have been homeless, and so it's just like fuck, man. So here's this guy who was like talking about shit. Actually did meet Tupac at one point. Apparently he met him on like the set of like one video. And that was it. Yeah, it was like, but they had a really good conversation apparently. I think it was on the How Do You Want It video. It's such a weirdly like intricate thing of like, what? Like I just fell down this rabbit hole of this person. You're like, who is this person who's speaking this like true shit about like the system and how it's made to like, you're like, no, you were supposed to suffer. So they got fucking pissed off at the fact that I'm like still doing shit. Like it's like, we were supposed to put you in the box and you were supposed to like fail and die, you know? Like the fact that I'm still here is the resistance in and of itself. I was like, holy shit, I'm invigorated. But yeah, then we get to roast rate, which I thought was cool. But yeah, it didn't feel like it really fit what was coming before it. Promise you ain't got to stress. It's going to be okay. Okay, I'm lying. Living day by day. I did like that though. It's just like, but it's like, it's about like, feels like he's just talking to this girl, but about the fact that he's not going to be in love with anybody. So he's like, she says she in love. What's that? Trust. What's that? Us. What's that? Like, I'm married to the gang. Don't be playing games. Only bringing flowers to the homie's grave. Like, you know, it's almost like, oh, I get you, but why did it have to be in opposition to, like, you know, like, fuck these hoes? It's like, can it just be about your bros? Like, yeah.
And then the blues ruins everything.
Oh, you don't like the blues? I thought it was a solid outro.
That was like pulling teeth. Just the, like, repeating shit like 10 fucking times. I was not here for that.
But, you know, illustrating the point of, like, the Iron It money, right? You know, minimalism, Muse, you see what he's trying to... Music history art nerd over here saying,
it's not about how it sounded. It's about the point. It's about its functionality. Blah, blah, blah. I get it.
Music is allowed to sound awful and terrible as long as it has like a message with it, because then that automatically means it's good. So fuck your pictures of pretty flowers. I only want pictures of words that are telling me that I need to think more about social issues.
I mean, you're right.
I'm glad we agree. What did you get? I want to know.
I got a 4.
Ooh, I got that for you too.
Hey.
Yeah, boy. I was like,
yeah, I can't deny it. That album's strong as fuck. I'm probably gonna buy a copy if I'm being honest.
It's like there are definitely lulls on it, but it's just like, oh man, but these hooks though, like,
yeah, I need it.
One wish I read it whole going. Like, damn. And then, like I said, I actually like, because it repeats 3 different things 3 different times for, like, what would be the hook on the last song, basically. And so it's like the first time he's doing a verse, and then it becomes, the last line becomes the Money Made Me Numb. And then, like, on the second verse, like, you know, he said, like, I keep getting smaller houses, but I won't find peace till the Lord allows it. And, you know, that becomes the hook, and, like, wait till the Lord allows it. So, like, I thought that was, like, kind of slick, like, the last line becomes the hook for what's happening. Like, I was like, oh, okay, you know, maybe it's not the most flashy way to go out, but, you know, he regular. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's doing, you know?
But then we got to move on to the star attraction, the main event. It's Pusha T with It's Almost Dry.
It's almost dry.
It's almost dry.
Yo, wait.
Don't worry.
What does the wetness? Is that indicate the dopeness, or is the dryness that indicates the dopeness having been complete? Because he's saying it's in the middle of being dried right now. So what we're getting is the still dryingness, right? And is that the blue crystals are still, like, you know, cooling? You know, like,
I was gonna say, is dry good?
Yeah,
or, I don't know. Actually, Push.
You called us, Push. We're not cooking the crack.
Sorry.
You called our number.
I'm a fake fan. I don't know.
You don't really be in these. You don't really listen to the mixtape songs where he talks about all the intricate ways that he cooks up crack. How the specific ways you cook up crack in France. The specific ways that you the accoutrements that you put on when you're in Italy. You know.
And you'd think if you listen to a whole Pusha T album, you would be well versed in the fucking the A to Z's of cooking crack. But no, yeah, I honestly don't know.
Before, but let's get into it.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this. Brambleton. Man, the fucking beats came through again.
Almighty. We talked on, I think it was the last review, I think it was Daytona, where we were a little lackluster on your boy. We were kind of feeling like, it feels like these beats are hitting, it feels like they're too, like, laid back and too, like, just being these, like, dried out samples, and the coke raps just feel a little generic. Let me tell you something. On this one, I don't know if he heard our review. I don't know if he just fucking had the fucking eye of the tiger. But homie, he goddamn was slaying on this shit. And again, it's the fucking, it's coke raps. You heard it before. But I can do it cooler than anyone who ever fucking did it. So here we go, bitch. Like, holy shit, man. I don't know how you felt about this shit, but I was like, God damn it, he's just doing coke raps, and that's all that these are about. But it's still fucking dope. Like, I can't run. Like,
RC, I gotta level with you. I gotta come clean. Between T Grizzley, Vince Staples, and Pusha T. The Pusha T album got my lowest rating.
Oh no, please no. I'm in love with the cocoa.
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
Look, baking soda muse.
Look, I know I'm going to be in the minority on this one.
Hate of the haters of Hateville.
I just gotta, I gotta tell it like it is, man.
Tell her how you feel.
I gotta live my truth.
Right.
The awkward flows and deliveries, I was so distracted by. The fucking chasing, racing, erasing. I was like, what? Stop that.
I think if you're just not in the mood for this, it's not gonna hit you, because like when I was hearing it, he came off to me like the fucking, villain cocaine kingpin who's just like like, oh, you what the like the way he was talking.
I was fucking sick of that laugh sample.
No.
He drove that into the fucking ground. I thought it was okay at first. I was sick of it by the end. The chasing, racing, that's verse 2. Verse 3 is interviews, have a clue. And I'm just like,
You know how Kendrick Lamar is like really big about inflection? I think that's like part of his style, right? Like he's rapping the same shit, but it's, from track to track, there's so much differing inflection. And that's how I feel like I especially give him more props than I give T Grizzley, because like, on a lot of the T Grizzley songs, they felt a little low, like, low and keeping my attention, because like there wasn't those pops in flow to make you go like, ooh, where's he going with this? I feel like I'm riding a roller coaster of this flow. Like, I think with this, I enjoyed it so much. And it's like, if you can enjoy the pockets of rhymes he gets to and how he's using the oblong feel of his flow to do it, like, I think you can enjoy that. That's what I think it is. You know what I mean?
I think just about every quote I have is to point out how I didn't like it, which is so unfortunate, because I know I'm going to get roasted so bad.
Yeah, but they're going to be roasting them weenies over you.
I did really like this bit from Brambleton. We was out in Brambleton after Pooh got hit. Club Entourage in that new drop 6. Ice that'll snag any new hot bitch. Champagne super soaker screaming, who got this? I was like, oh, okay, fuck.
Right, the fucking multis.
Yeah, I'm here for that shit. But then, like, let the smoker shine the coops. And by the way, I don't want it to be misconstrued. I don't want my words to be twisted. Love the fucking production just about this whole goddamn thing.
Pharrell snapped.
There's just some things worded weird that I had to write down. He says, if money is the evil root.
Yeah.
If money is the evil root.
It's the root of all evil, but it's the evil root.
And then he says, you millionaires on Just TV.
Yeah.
What? Like, why did you say that?
The flow and how he's trying to do it, yeah.
Like, I think it was just like stuff like that kept catching my attention and being like, well, that's weird. I wish he wouldn't have said that, because that ended up standing out more than the good shit, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah. With this one, I don't think the hooks were as strong as I feel like Vince Staples' were. No. I feel like they knocked it out of the park every single time. Because as much as I like the production on this, like, let the smokers shine the coops. But I don't remember what the heck else he said. Like, but again, the production. Where it's like, the production's happening and there's sort of like ding, 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 ding. And then it cuts to the pianos doing the similar thing. Yeah. And it was all just like, oh, come on, this shit clean. Before it goes into the second verse, I was like, oh, no, this fucking is hitting. Dreaming of the Past, what'd you feel about that one?
That was my lowest rated cut.
No, please, no. Because I'm going to tell you this. Let me tell you this. I loved this song and thought it was clean,
wow,
popping, and perfect until Kanye comes in. Mike, way too up high in the mix. Like, oh my God. Like, he thought he was going to be the fucking Diddy of this album, but every time he shows up, it's just like, he's got to be like, look, remember, we're still in business together. See, I had to shot this verse before the album came out. So yeah, we're still, here's the obligated, we're in business, and here's the verse. Like, it's just like, what is this? And it's just like every now and then it's just ever so like ominous lyrics about like, yeah, and you need to keep the families together, and let me bitch about my, ex-wife some more. Like, it's just like, oh my God, dude, like, this isn't the album for that.
I'm dreaming of the past when daddy's not at home. The family's in danger.
Oh, God.
My God. That's almost worse than anything he said on his own album. Like, oh, God, no.
Oh, Jesus.
That's far more ominous and menacing than anything he said. That sucks, dude. I hate that. And then, like, later... What song is it? Push specifically takes time out of the song. Oh, it's on Rock and Roll featuring Kanye and Kid Cudi, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
He says, still next to Ye in here. Like, is that brag worthy,
yep,
dude? Like,
here.
Kid Cudi specifically said, hey, you know that song that I'm on the Pusha T album with Kanye? Yeah, that's the last fucking time I'm working with him.
Oh, shit.
Just letting y'all know, don't think that because we're featured on that song together that we're cool. We are not cool. Damn. I am not working with his ass ever again. It's like, oh, God damn,
like,
no.
Honestly, for me, I feel like Pusha T, like, he is a businessman.
Yeah,
it's like, we are in business, and this is what I'm doing with this record. I think he's like the president of the label or something like that. It's like, this is the business that I'm doing, like, so I'm like, all right, yeah. Look at Pusha T. Listen to his voice. Listen to his lyrics. You think he's joking about being about this fucking business? He's getting these O's and chopping these optimos. Like, you know what I mean?
There are a couple bars of Pusha's that I wrote down also that I wasn't too wild about that I was going to get your take on. Now, pass the champagne to the champion. My N-words get money, like Ye sampling.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
I was like,
And how he starts the verse.
How I feel about that.
I like how he starts both the verses where he's like, bruh, you niggas ain't flexing, you cramping. My weight keep niggas on them bikes like ambling. Like, come on.
That was dope. How about you hollering top 5, I only see top me?
But the next
I wasn't feeling that one.
But the next line, just to set it up, to be like, award shows the only way you bitches rob me.
How did you feel about neck and wrist?
I feel like I'm betraying my underground hip-hop brother.
Oh, no.
Because I was like, oh, shit, look at the neck and wrist. Look at the neck and wrist. I was like, oh, no. Oh, fuck, I know this don't mean shit. I know this is just fucking flexing it. But, man, the fucking rhymes, the hook isn't even all that great, but just the fact that, it was like Pusha T giving his, the money counter ding is so exciting. Summertime, Winterfell, I'm the Night King. The Colgate Kilo, the hood need whitening. We fish scale niggas like we Pisces. Like, holy shit. Like, yo. And then where it was like, I was like, yo, man, he's really going on some shit. What's going on here? And then I saw Jay-Z. I'm like, oh, you had to bring your best because Jay-Z was in the building. Now, not the best verse Jay-Z did. Pusha T did kind of show him up. But, it was still...
It's funny because I actually quoted that exciting part as like a whack part.
Oh, no. You didn't like the summertime Winterfell. I'm the Night King. Like, you weren't feeling that.
I think just the so exciting. Yeah. Like the way he fucking I was annoyed by his enunciation on this, man.
If you are not happy to be here with Pusha T, he couldn't give a toss.
But yeah, we just gotta talk about.
The way he said it.
Talk about Jay-Z for a second.
I think it's the way he said it. Yeah, this is the one. We fish. It was like your bitch in my bubble. Like I'm still typing. She hoping that you let her go like a kite string. I think it's just the enunciation. If you're not feeling because that enunciation,
and then those aren't bad bars. Is the thing.
Yeah. It doesn't switch up. So, but like, I'm here for the rhymes, and I like how the attitude comes off. I appreciate the attitude era of what he's doing right now.
The attitude era. Holy shit, we got fucking Stone Cold coming through with The Rock.
I like the way he ends it. He's like, wonder where this started from. The facts are frightening. Richard Pryor's flame gave birth to pipe dreams. Now we hear. Like, I love, you gotta love his energy. I'm sorry.
This is me saying this now, so this review doesn't age horribly. I believe this is an album that if I listen to again a few months from now, I'm probably gonna like it more. I think this is just gonna take a few listens for me.
This feels like it might be a slow burner because, like I said, like,
yeah,
you know, if it's just raw coke raps, then I gotta be here for this. And it's like, it can be like just hearing that first, and it's like, oh, it's just this. But if it's like you're having that moment where it's just like able to relax and like, okay, if it's just this, you know, like, yeah, it really is. Your mileage may vary, but I do want to get in Jay-Z's lyric real quick. Like, they put me on lists with these niggas inexplicably. I put your mansions on my wall. Are you shitting me? I blew bird money. Y'all talking Twitter feed. We got different sob stories. Save your soliloquies. Like, I like that.
How did you feel about the bird money Twitter feed part?
I don't know. Look, Jay-Z's always on his grown man. You guys are, you guys rock Molly, I rock Tom Ford or whatever. He's not on Twitter. He don't tweet.
We don't hold money to our head where I'm from, whatever the fuck.
We hold car phones from the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was sitting here and I couldn't tell if that was corny or not. I'm just like, I don't know. But I was sitting here like, man,
Twitter sucks. Like, you know, I was giving it the points.
They like, if Big was alive, Hove wouldn't be in this position. If Big had survived, y'all would have got the commission.
I didn't like that line at all because it was like, you guys would have gotten the commission, which is just the name of like a bunch of the, you know, really good rappers, East Coast rappers at the time that would have come together. It would have been like Biggie, Jay-Z or something like that. Yeah, it's like, that's just like, oh, if you would have known that thing that nobody knew because it didn't happen, like, that's just like insider knowledge that, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't hit as a line. Like, if it was a good play on words, then it could have worked as like two things, you know what I mean? Like, oh, maybe you get it, maybe you don't. But the fact that it's just like, you would have gotten the commission. And it's like, oh, I would have gotten a commission? That sounds good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Is that a threat? What?
Yeah, exactly.
Just you remember the first super solid cut of the fucking album. This might be my fucking...
Oh, man. And was this the one with the sample? Was like, as you come out to the light? Yeah, it sounded like some shit from the 70s, you know? Did Kanye produce this? Because this kind of sounded like, all right, guys, I'm gonna do my sampling Elton John, you know, type of shit.
We fight for the bill, you N-words still chipping in. You Google to death the shit I get driven in. My boys in the hood is mixed with the menaces. The cane is sugar and cut by Dominicans. Open the box, it's like 10 Christmases. My folks in the box is serving life sentences. I live in the world that never leaves witnesses, just so you remember who you dealing with. Like,
and the way he says it, just so you remember who you dealing with. Like, oh, fuck. Dude, don't fuck with Pusha Testerberger.
No. Diet Coke was okay.
Diet Coke was okay, yeah. It was. That was what it's like. Well, actually, Kanye does show up. It's weird. Like, on some of these tracks, he does sound like Kanye in a way that you're like, what? Was that him? But no, these lyrics are too focused, so that can't be him, you know? But then there's just like a line where like, yeah, I remember when this single came out, I didn't like it as much, and I just didn't like that sample initially of the Fat Joe saying, crack, crack. Like, it's just like, this doesn't fit. This doesn't feel, you know what I mean? This isn't flowing, you know? I did like his intro, though. I thought it was KRS-One when I first heard it, where he's just like, cost of life is the same, but the price changed or something like that. I was like, oh, shit, that is cool. But then it just went into, I was like, what? Why are you doing this? But yeah, I do like the hook. Again, it's just the menacing way he does, like, imaginary players ain't been coached right. Master recipes is under stove lice. The number on this jersey is my quote price. You ordered Diet Coke. That's a joke, right? Like, it's like, wait, do you know what you're talking about?
Then we got Rock and Roll with Kanye and Kid Cudi.
Man, I wanted to like this more, honestly. Like, legit, when I came into the song, I was like, and you know me, I'm not a big Kid Cudi fan. But when I heard, like, oh, the way it's, like, doing the, like, purposefully gravelly and craggy with the way it sounds, I was just like, I'm kind of feeling this. I like the punk rock feel of this, kind of, honestly. And then fucking Kanye, like, the way Kid Cudi comes in and where he sounds like really craggy, like it fits. It feels like it's like, oh, this is weird, but I see how you're trying to like, hey, we're doing this rock and roll, baby, yeah. And it's like the fact that it's imperfect is kind of like, we're throwing our nose, fuck you, for how you wanted to sound perfect then. And then Kanye comes in sounding like he straight up just woke up after like a bender. He's like, yeah, we get money, motherfucker. Still close up, way too fucking close up to the mic. I was just like, dude, you are killing me right now. You're killing me, Smalls, with this bullshit.
Yeah, see, I was on the fence about Kanye's part. I was like, man, I don't really know how I feel about this. But then we fucking got to Kid Cudi. I'm like, wow, this is way worse.
Oh, you weren't feeling that at all. I thought that at least sounded like, if it sounds contradictory, it'd be like polished craggy, where it was just like, oh, you can tell they're doing that on purpose. But the Kanye just sounded like, ooh, what the fuck? Like, you need to do another take, homie. Like there's points where like his voice literally sounds like it's out of tone, where he's like, yeah, we get money, you know, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, no, you need to do that again.
And I also wasn't a fan of the obligatory chipmunk soul sample that Kanye had to bring to this one.
I can't remember.
Plus one, plus one, plus one, plus one. I was
plus
like,
one, plus one, plus one.
That was so annoying.
Like, no, it's not. It's 9. You said plus one, plus one, plus one.
Yeah, I wasn't here for that shit. I did not like that.
Yeah, no, this was what I think the weakest one for me, honestly, and it was one that I wanted to like more, and it was pissing me off.
Yeah, that sucks.
I will say, fucking call my bluff though. Oh man, wake your ass up where you rest, on time like an Amazon truck. I can send some niggas right there, right now. 1-800 call my bluff. Dude, the alarming music, you heard those like, this is some fucking hazardous hours over here. You hear like in the background just like, like it's just like, what the fuck is going on before the drums kick in? Dude, this shit is so fucking intense. And then how he starts the second verse, because, you know, he's like, 1-800 call my bluff. And he's like, starts the second verse, calling my bluff. I'm gonna answer, hello. Service with a smile when I hand out halos. Like, and then, oh my God, shot clock shotters, when I point them, they go. Now everybody asking what happened, they know. And
oh yeah.
The woman you hear in the background, just matter of fact, like, they know. Like, oh my God, it was so like, damn.
I didn't like this one part where it says, we specialize in not getting locked up. Akon, which is already you're doing like a hashtag rap.
Oh my God.
But then there's a guy that goes, ha, I don't feel like they get that.
It's like,
how would I not get that?
Yeah, of all of the slick ass references you put on here.
Are you serious?
Like,
that one went over my fucking head. What? Talking about features. Lil Uzi Vert, Don Toliver.
Oh boy, what a prescriptive title.
I think I'm 2 for 2 on not being amazed with Don Toliver.
Who is Don Toliver?
I don't know, and I don't remember which album he was on that we also reviewed
like Don
recently.
Toliver, 42 Doug, all these generic, making generic lyrics.
But I had to quote this. I wasn't a fan of this part. 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That's 100 bunny rabbits trying to get my boy from the cabbage I was like,
Whole verse. Just going, my boy, my boy. It's like, okay, I get it. You're trying to be condescending, but this is just annoying. It's like, stop just saying the same thing.
And I forget because I didn't write it down, but I just remembered, which song was it where he did a fucking Buzz Lightyear Woody joke?
Was Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay, well, you know what? Fuck.
I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, got him picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential's so good, my doors don't gotta lock up. It's like, wait, what? Why did you? What? No,
yeah, whoa.
Yeah, you're on cotton with lock up, but whoa, that so didn't fit. Like, why did you do that? Like, and then wash the dirty money with Oxy. I miscount because I'm off the oxy. Like, clever. Rhyming. Oxy with oxy. Got it. Get that nigga plucked like a boogie was kind of funny. I like riches. Hit like noogies. How the fuck you ain't scared of no nigga, but you scared to put on your hoodie? Man, my buzz light like Woody.
Oh. No. No.
So moving on.
No way.
I was like, fucking. Anyway.
I liked the creepy beat on Hear Me Clearly.
Hear Me Clearly. Yeah. I think that was a little. I remember that one feeling a little short, but just again the way he's fucking talking his shit. Where he's like, stand on my standards, expanded with the Ziploc. Even if a nigga number's better, never click hop. Never tell a jeweler what you spent for your wristwatch. And we don't fuck bitches who fuck niggas on TikTok. Again, he getting his Jay-Z grown man on, like, you know. But I just love the way he like offhandedly just ended the last part that was just like, see the difference between me and them. I moved to a different drum like EDM. This coke speaks to my soul like a medium. Fucking comedians. Like, I just love the offhanded way of doing that, you know? Like,
but I thought the next two, Open Air and Pray For You, fucking 1-2 punch. Goddamn. Knock it out of the fucking park.
The way he starts with, you're gonna die. It's like, holy shit. What did he say? 17 mind changers up underneath my seat. Jean-Georges. And he says, he fucking enunciates the shit right too. Like, Jean-Georges reservations, I'm dying to eat. Then we toast with Sancerre, a sigh of relief. Watch you niggas blow it all just to try to compete. Like, yo. The way this man is just like, oh, that's cute. You think you can keep up?
Yeah,
and not
damn.
lose your pockets. That's cute. You know, like, damn. I pray for you with Brother Malice. And is it Malice again? Because wasn't it No Malice? It was like, change man for the Lord. Remember on the Donda album? Because I remember this. Yeah. It was like the highlight of the album where it's like, oh my God, Pusha T and No Malice are together again. I remember specifically there was a part where like one of them is rapping and it sounds like they're like moving away from the mic to like, motion to their brother and give them a hug. Like, yeah, we're back together again. I was like, oh man, this just sounds like really, heartfelt. You know what I mean? And once
now Malice is back.
Your boy's back. The Malice is back, indeed. Like, what happened? Did he lose his faith after, like, hanging out with Kanye? What happened? Like, it sounded a little bit more cautionary tale feeling, but it still sounded like it was digging in there. Like, on the Dondo one, he sounded like, man, I was disgusted with the drug raps I did. I had the nerve to strike a camera pose. Like, that was the whole, but now it feels like it's kind of like, well, we did what we had to do, and I ain't gonna act like I ain't proud of my achievements, Like, this feels like... You know what this feels like? This feels like we were watching this whole story about like the villain who's, like the whole point, and you're thinking like, oh man, maybe his brother is gonna talk some sense into him, bring him to the light side. But no, the opposite happened. He brought his brother back to the dark. Oh no! The Clips returns on you hoes.
Yeah.
Hell have no fury, part 2. Back from hell. Well, let's get to it.
Man.
Well, I'll just say mine. I give this one a 4 because I thought it was solid as shit.
Okay, so the rating I got was a 3.
Boo this man. No.
I'm gonna stick with that because, that's what I fucking got. That's what I got, You don't
have to like it.
I don't want to fudge it.
Yeah.
Now, I can honestly see that changing over time, but for now, that's what I got.
Like, as it initially hit you, yeah, like...
Yeah, so y'all can direct your hate comments my way. I get it.
This week.
I expect it, unfortunately. I welcome it, because I have it coming. But that about does it for this week's episode of Going Off with RC and Muse. Big thanks to everyone who checked us out this week and was patient enough and waited, as we didn't have an episode last week. Hope we made it up to you with the extra review this week. If there's an album that you would like to request for us to review, head on over to our Ko-fi. That is ko-fi.com/goinoff. That's GOINOFF. And you can request an album that we'll get to in the future on an episode. We'll give you our 100% honest opinions on whatever the hell you want us to listen to.
That's right.
Make sure to follow us on our socials, on our Twitter. We both got our own individual Ko-fis and Patreons and YouTubes and all that.
And on my Patreon right now, patreon.com/rapcritic, I'm trying to do the best of 1989 for rap songs. I'm going to do a video for that if we get to the 650 mark. So, hoping folks get with it, act like you wanted to, if there's interest in it, and the number gets up to that 650 mark, then, going forward, I'll do like, best of 1990. Worst of 1989. You know what I'm saying? Just to, give people incentive to support your boy and have me doing these different projects and, going outside of just doing like, modern day song reviews. Because I enjoy doing that, like looking back and going like, hey, here's the shit that maybe we forgot from 1990. You know what I mean? Like, get with it, act like you want to support your boy, patreon.com/rapcritic. All you have to do is become a $2 patron and you can get to see Rap Critic episodes early. Plus, join the Discord and chat with me and fellow fans as we have movie nights and game nights and all types of fun stuff like that.
And if you're fucking with Riffcoms and the Muse reviews and all that, make sure you are subscribed to Riffcoms. If you're watching on YouTube, that's the channel you're watching it on, so you're already there. If you're not subscribed, change to that. So we're not going to be recording next week, but we will be back the week after that. So until then, for Going Off, I'm Muse.
And I'm the Rap Critic, and if I had one wish, I'd ask you to join that Patreon.